I refused to follow my ex-wife's husband's rules about what my kids can eat so they could go to their mom's house. My ex-wife and I divorced 7 years ago. We share 2 boys, now 8 and 9. 2 years ago, she remarried. Her new husband brought his own 2 kids into the mix. One of them, a daughter, has multiple food allergies. About 5 months into their marriage, I got an email from this guy listing foods I was no longer allowed to feed my kids: peanut butter, eggs, cheese, strawberries, and chocolate. He claimed his daughter was reacting whenever my sons visited their house and said my boys told him they were eating these foods at my place. He demanded that I cut them out of their diets even when they were with me because anyone coming into their home needed to avoid those allergens. I honestly thought it was a joke at first, but then he emailed me again after the boys' next visit, scolding me for not following his rules. Soon after, my ex actually tried to take me to court to force me to comply with this list or to take custody. She lost both times. The judge clearly stated that she and her husband can't control what I feed the boys on my time. Ever since then, my ex hasn't taken her parenting time. It's been over a year. Her husband refuses to have my boys at their home if there's a chance they've eaten those foods. He says it's a health risk for his daughter, even going so far as to call me a grown man-child with a petty grudge who's putting a child in danger just to spite him. My ex blames me for her not being able to see our kids. She says all I had to do was follow the list, like everyone else. Apparently, some of her family members have also refused to comply and have been cut off. She insists I'm keeping the boys from her, but she won't come see them or meet halfway. She only wants them in her house, under his rules. Our boys miss their mom, but not the tension in her home. I've tried to find ways for them to see each other, but she won't budge. I'm not going to deprive my kids of perfectly normal foods just because a man I didn't choose decided he gets to dictate how I parent. And now, since she refuses visitation, I've ended up with full custody. She recently called me a dick and accused me of alienating the kids. Said if I just followed the rules, our kids could have both parents. But these aren't rules. They're demands from someone who isn't their father and doesn't get to control what happens in my house. I have support from people close to me, but I want to hear from others. Am I the asshole here?